Vardaan 1. The Ultimate Boon. Written by Mr. Deepak Sadia. Chapter 19. Private Results of Private Examinations. One special quality of time is that it does not stop when someone stops it. The second special quality of time is that it does not move forward when it is pushed forward by someone. Time can be good and bad for a human being, or it can be difficult and easy, but time itself has no such tendency. The time tends to move on. Time neither stops in good times nor passes fast in bad times. Time is neither clumsy in easy times, nor does it become agile in difficult times. Time keeps on moving at its own pace. There was a time when 1 year of the life of a young man named Chandra seemed as if a century had passed, yet his sorrows were not ending. Then the time also came when the same young man started running a gurukul named Uttarasadaka, by becoming the Pradhanacharya Krishna Chandra Shastri. Then 60 years of his tenure passed as if someone had blinked his eyes. Time remained as it was. If the change had come, it was only in Krishna Chandra's thinking and circumstances. Similarly, the time was the same for the 4 students of Uttarasadaka Gurukul, who filled the uninhabited mound with greenery, insects, animals, and birds with their tireless hard work. Time stayed as it was. If it had altered, then the ideology and situations of those students had altered. 4 years have passed since the day 4 friends passed an impossible test to pursue higher education. They had promised each other that meet again at the mound after 4 years. As promised, Jagdish came first at the fixed time. It was only a matter of time before he came when Rasik also reached. Both of them met with great enthusiasm. Both were having fun when Dev also came. All 3 were very happy, and started roaming on the mound remembering the old days. The whole afternoon was spent talking. Rasik started feeling hungry. Till now, they had not eaten anything while waiting for Batuk. After waiting for him for some more time, they felt that Batuk had become a big man, and he would not be able to come because of his busyness. That's why they thought of opening their bales of food. Batuk was busy, but still, he took out time to fulfill his promise to his best friends. Soaked in sweat, he had reached the valley where he stopped to take a breath and looked at the mound. The cottage is also there, and the crops were also standing green, surprising. Words came out from Batuk's mouth with surprise. Batuk forgot his tiredness, and quickly moved towards the mound. After reaching the mound, Batuk saw that his friend's fields were full of crops, and his field was looking barren again. He had expected a similar condition on his farm, but the greenery spread in the fields of Rasik, Dev, and Jagdish surprised him negatively. Immersed in his thoughts, Batuk kept looking at his farm. The neighing of the horse broke his attention. 3 horses were tied backside the hut. These 2 horses had passed by me a few hours ago. If I had known that they were coming this way, I would have come with them. Saying, Batuk moved towards the hut. Looks like friends didn't get time to come. Come and see that the passers-by take shelter in the cottage made by us. Let's walk and tell these passers-by that this cottage is made by us only. By the way, the condition of the cottage is good. Oh wow! Expensive shoes. Seeing 3 pairs of expensive shoes open outside the hut, Batuk peeped inside. All 3 had just taken out the food when they saw a man peeping inside. Growing beard, long strange-looking head of hair, clothes almost in tatters, and barefoot Batuk stood in front of them. No one recognized Batuk. But everyone realized that the man had appeared to them on the way as well. Batuk had already seen the horses as well as the shoes, and was stunned to see the friends in beautiful as well as expensive clothes. He thought that if the 3 princes had gone out for a walk, they would have stayed here after getting tired. But these were his friends who had reached here before him as promised. Batuk was watching everyone when Rasik recognized him. Hey, this is our friend Batuk. All 3 apologized to the food and happily received him. Having lots of ifs and buts in mind, Batuk also expressed his happiness. Friend, you have come at the right time. Take out your food, Rasik ordered. Hey, the food of all 3 is lying in front, yet why you are interested in Batuk's food? Dev asked. Hey, our food is cooked by the helpers, but Batuk's food is special because the sister-in-law has prepared it with great love with her soft hands, Rasik spoke while having fun. Did you say sister-in-law, Rasik? Batuk, does it mean you got married? Dev asked surprisingly. And he only called this gourmet Rasik. He neither called me nor even told me, Jagdish reprimanded. What? You also just found out? Batuk, as far as I know, your village is much closer to both of our villages than Rasik's village. Dev said angrily. No friends, no, don't be in the dark, he didn't even call me. One day while roaming in the market, I met our friend Kripasan. Batuk had not even invited him, but he knew about his marriage. Rasik told the truth. All three glared at him angrily. Sorry friends, please don't be angry. To be honest, I got married the very next day after I left here. Pitashiri had kept an eye on the girl, had completed all the preparations for the marriage, and was waiting for my return. The moment I reached, how would I have called you? Believe me friends, I couldn't invite anyone. Batuk said, and apologized from the bottom of his conscience. Everyone realized his helplessness. It's okay, I forgive you. At least give me the food made by my sister-in-law, Rasik said staring at Batuk's bale. Oh, I forgot to bring that, Batuk said while trying to hide the bale. Liar. Dev said, reading his body language. The one who stole food in Gurukul for so many years did not bring food today. This thing is not digestible, Jagdish said. He held his hands and Rasik snatched the bale. Batuk kept stopping but Rasik took out his food. With great desires, when he opened a small bundle containing food, only roti and jaggery came out of it. Rasik had roti and jaggery in his hand, and the dishes brought by all three in front of him. Everyone was very surprised, because they used to eat better food than that in Gurukul. Of course, dishes were not available in Gurukul, but whatever was available was of good quality and tasty. All three didn't say anything to Batuk, and kept the respect of Batuk, and ate jaggery and roti with gusto. Of course those were also delicious, but only jaggery and roti, that thing was troubling everyone. On the other hand, Batuk had not made eye contact with anyone since the opening of the bale. The friends could not even understand why Batuk was not enjoying the dishes brought by them. They wanted to ask but would have asked only when he looked at them. Everyone finished their food in uncomfortable circumstances and sat down to talk. When Batuk was not taking interest even in the conversation, Dev could not resist. Batuk, I am not trying to embarrass you, but your condition is not well. We are close friends if you need some help. You too have been tricked, haven't you? Actually, I tell you what happened. I met a poor man while coming on the way. My conscience ached to see his pitiable condition and hear his sad story. I didn't bring much money, so I gave him my clothes, expensive shoes and food as much as I had. He was injured, so I also gave my horse to him. I don't know why I did this, but I felt very good doing it. No matter how much money I have, I cannot buy such a feeling, maybe that's why. Batuk interrupted Dev with these words. Oh wow friend. You have shown that you are not only rich in money, but also have ultimate richness in your conscience. Jagdish said, proud of his friend. I thought that I was last in the exam, yet I am earning well. How can a person become poor who got first place in the exam? Rasik said. Rest everything is fine friend, but at least now keep your appearance clean. Now you are married, look at the condition of your beard, Jagdish said. At the behest of Jagdish, Batuk remembered his growing beard. Brother, I am not bothered by it, because he was always like this, and I think he will remain the same even after becoming the richest man in the world. Rasik said, making fun of Batuk. Hearing so, everyone started laughing except Dev. Everyone was satisfied except Dev. Batuk knew that, perhaps that's why he did not make eye contact with Dev. In the evening, everyone noticed that they had not made any arrangements for lighting the night. So they had to go to sleep shortly after sunset. Don't know why Batuk could not sleep. He could see his farm from time to time. The barrenness of his farm was troubling him. In fact, he had no problem with the greenery of friends' fields. Even though the Gurukul had left, still the friendship in the Khors remained the same. That's why Batuk felt good that his friends' fields were fertile. He just didn't like his desolate farm. Tensed, Batuk got up and closed the door. When he came and lay down, he could not see anything. He felt relieved, and was about to close his eyes to sleep when a gust of wind opened the door a little. Batuk started seeing his barren field again. It seemed as if the farm wanted to show its misery to Batuk. Batuk could not sleep after that. Through the slightly open door, he could see his barren field all night. The wind continued to blow very slowly throughout the night. The wind shook the plants, and the crops collided with each other. Normally it is not heard, but all night, Batuk could hear the melodious music produced by the clashing of crops. First it was music, second it was melodious music, and third it was the music of grain growing in fertile land. Still, it was troubling Batuk, because that music was mocking the barrenness of his field. It was a tough night for Batuk. When morning came, Rasik Jagdish started laughing and joking while refreshing the memories of Gurukul. Both of them were unaware of Batuk's state of mind. Dev was also supporting them, and was also keeping an eye on Batuk. Dev knew very well how a rich person looks when he wears simple clothes, and how a poor person looks when he wears simple clothes. He did not know the truth of Batuk, but he had come to know the lie of Batuk. Batuk's stiff feet were telling that they were not the feet of a horseman. Remembering the old days, Rasik cooked food again on the mound. Even after years, Rasik was perfect at cooking. He kept saying he had cooked the food after a long time, but the three friends did not agree. Jagdish Dev was really enjoying the food, but Batuk was only faking it. It was not that he did not like the food cooked by Rasik. Due to his bad mood, he was unable to enjoy the delicious food lovingly prepared by his dear friend. Dev was able to understand very well that Batuk was not able to enjoy the food and the company of old friends even if he wanted to. After a prahar, they decided to go back. "Come on Batuk, you come on my horse," Rasik said while walking. "Come on Batuk, you come on my horse," Rasik said while walking. "No friend, our paths are different, I am going towards Gurukul," Batuk said, shirking. "Excellent Batuk, I am also thinking of going there. Ever since I came here I have wanted to meet the Acharyas. You come with me, we will go together to Gurukul," Jagdish said while being happy. "Why bother? Why only you two will take benefit to see the Acharyas?" Rasik spoke. "We'll go too," Dev said, sitting on the horse. Batuk had thought of going alone, but now he could not do anything. Rasik took Batuk with him on his horse. All four were leaving the mound once again. Batuk started remembering the events of 4 years ago. 4 years ago, Batuk's mood was completely different as he left that same mound. He was happy that he was going home forever. Surprisingly, he also realized that the yearning that was rising inside him would not go away just by seeing his parents. But he ignored that important thought and focused on other happiness. While walking, Batuk had not yet reached his home. He had reached the first temple of his kingdom. Just then, some people recognized him. They were stationed near the temple by Batuk's father. Batuk felt that they were made to welcome him. Batuk was right, but not completely. A horseman immediately went towards the city. He had gone to inform Batuk's in-laws that the Bharat, bridegroom and his fellows, could come any moment. When Batuk reached his home, he came to know that all the preparations for his marriage had already been done. Before he could get settled in his house, he was married. Batuk is married to a girl named Swaragini, with whom Batuk used to play in his childhood. As fast as he got married, Batuk felt the additional responsibilities that automatically made him want to earn more money. He had work to do, so after saying bye to his wife Swaragini, Batuk immediately reached his first farmer client. The farmer's family was happy to see the miraculous man. They wanted to provide hospitality, but Batuk made it clear that he has to complete his goals in time. That's why he immediately heard the problem of the first farmer, and after solving that problem immediately, he went to the second farmer. Second to third, third to fourth. Batuk went on. Batuk, who did not shy away from hard work, completed all the work on time. Due to that, he had a lot of time left. Due to the extra time, he also made some new clients and also worked on their problems. Due to the extra work, Batuk also got extra money, which made him doubly happy because he had thought something like that. He not only made the new bride happy, but also gave many gifts of happiness to his family. Batuk's father was happy with his decision, which he had taken many years ago by keeping the stone in his emotional mind. He sent the only boy born after 3 girls to study in Uttarasadaka Gurukul. The clan had said that there was no need for it because they belonged to a hereditary rich family, but Batuk's father did not agree. That day he was proud of his decision. Batuk and his whole family were happy, but the farmers were not happy. After 4 months, the grain yield that they got was much less than what they expected. Their fury increased when they found a decline in the quality of the grains as well. Batuk was shocked and the farmers felt cheated. They did not spend so much on a miraculous man to get low quality and a small number of crops. Unlike Batuk, Dev and Jagdish had given farmers better results than they had expected. There was a good increase in both quality and yield. Due to that, their fame, clients, and income automatically increased. Rasik's mistake correction policy did not even spare the old farmer who had contracted him by giving him the last remaining copper coin. Seeing Rasik's experiments, the farmer understood that instead of giving Rasik 1 copper coin, the farmer should have taken at least 10 copper coins from Rasik. Rasik, after taking money from the farmer, was experimenting with farmers' seeds in farmers' fields using the farmer's resources. The farmer had even thought from whom he would take a loan and from whom he would borrow. He was sure that like every time someone would help him this time too. But the farmer's journey of 1 month went in vain. Apart from a few coins, he did not get anything from anyone. Blaming fate less and himself more, the old farmer returned home and his son kissed his feet. "You were right, Pitashiri. Like every decision of yours, your decision to call the agricultural scientist also proved right." The farmer's son spoke happily. The farmer was shocked to hear so, because he had not called any agricultural scientist. He had spent a copper coin to call the miraculous man. "The agricultural scientist, who?" the farmer asked with surprise. "The agricultural scientist, who else? He is our Rasikananda ji," the farmer's son replied. After understanding the words of the son, the farmer came to know that the miraculous man and the agricultural scientist are just 2 identities of the same person. But the farmer did not understand how his decision to call Rasik proved right, because Rasik was busy experimenting instead of performing miracles. Then the son took the father to the storeroom, where only a few sacks of grain were lying. The farmer smiled because his doubt had turned into confidence. His son was not praising him, but was ridiculing him. "Pitashiri, what happened?" "There is less food, never mind, we will get through this." "I'm sorry Pitashiri, I was helpless." Sahukar brought his men, and took away the rest of the grain instead of the recovery of his debt. "I could do nothing. I could not do anything then." The farmer's son spoke in despair. The farmer was about to cry, when suddenly a look of surprise appeared on his face. He asked his son twice again. The son repeated the same thing both times. Then the farmer came to know that the yield was very good. The yield was so good that the entire debt of a Sahukar was repaid. The farmer went to Rasik's house, thanked him, and presented him with a gold coin as a token of gratitude, which he had bought after selling some grains. In that way, Rasik also started getting everything easily, which Dev and Jagdish got. On the other hand, everything was snatched from Batuk. The results were direr after the next 2 free tries. Batuk had to return all the money, and he also had to pay damages. Many did not get money and compensation, so they appealed to the king. After the investigation, the king declared Batuk a thug, and also ordered his soldiers to snatch Batuk's property. Batuk had not done anything for his father so far, so he did not want to depreciate his father's property. One morning the father found that his son and daughter-in-law had left the house. By writing a letter to the king, Batuk told all the truth and requested that his innocent father should not be tortured. Batuk did not know what happened to his family again, because for 2.5 years now he had been working as a laborer in the fields of a zamindar. He lived with his wife, in a bad condition in a dilapidated hut in the fields. Batuk used to look at the landlord's mansion every day. Every day he remembered its ruined splendor, and every day he wondered where and what mistake he had made. Racked with guilt, Batuk had not yet come to a genuine conclusion. "Batuk, we reached to Gurukul." When Rasik said, Batuk returned to the present with painful memories of the past. Batuk was not irritated by his landlord's haveli, mansion. He used to remember his good days after seeing the landlord's mansion. In the same way, Batuk was not irritated by the splendor of his friends, he was just remembering his old happiness. That's why Batuk had no enmity with the greenery of his friends' fields, just his ruined field was reminding him that once the best crop was grown there. Because of the horses, everyone reached the Gurukul much before lunch. In front of Batuk was the institution whose every student had earned fame, happiness, and immense wealth in the world. On hearing the name of Uttarasadaka Gurukul, everyone used to understand that the said person would definitely be successful in his life. No student studying here had ever had to work under anyone in life. Yes, the Uttarasadaka Gurukul did not produce servants, but used to produce owners, kings, technical experts, scientists, artists, and social workers. In front of such a great institution, Batuk stood who was backward in every aspect of life. Some students standing outside the Gurukul recognized Batuk. He was Batukeshwara, the topper in the Mound exam. They surrounded him. Friends were very happy to see that. "Wonderful, everyone remembers our exam," Jagdish said in surprise. "Everyone remembers the one who came first in the exam," Dev said looking at Batuk. Batuk did as Dev had expected. Batuk made an excuse and sat away from the children. Rasik started laughing and joking with the children, and very quickly Dev Jagdish also joined him. They started having fun with the 3 children by being like children. The friends were enjoying themselves, not knowing how much pain they were unknowingly causing Batuk. Batuk also wanted to have fun with the children, but his reality was so pathetic that he could not even laugh. Batuk had thought that he would ask the Pradhanacharya the reason for his plight, but that also became difficult due to the company of his friends. Batuk was the last to enter the Gurukul, with frustration in his mind. He thought that leaving his friends with the children, he would immediately meet the Pradhanacharya. He quickly started going in front of the classes. But also Batuk was recognized as the victorious Batukeshwara. As momentarily as the students recognized him, they started chanting his name and he was surrounded again. Innocent children did not see his present condition. He was the victorious Batukeshwara for them. All 3 friends were also pleased with Batuk's applause. This was proof that they were true friends to date. The Pradhanacharya Dipendra, along with other acharyas, was having some sort of discussion when his ears heard the shouts of Batukeshwara. Everyone came there. All 4 touched the feet of all the acharyas and took the nectar of their blessings. The Pradhanacharya noticed that Batuk's happiness was not genuine. It did not take long for Batuk to understand that the Pradhanacharya had read it. Batuk told the truth to the Pradhanacharya without pretending too much. "Child, watch your friends, they are playing with the children, having fun remembering the old days. You also go there. I believe that your mind will be calm. And you will automatically know your mistake. The answer to each question will be found automatically. Go Batukeshwara, calm the mind." The Pradhanacharya suggested. "You will have to answer, the Pradhanacharya, I am incapable and also helpless. For the last 3.5 years, I have been trying unsuccessfully to understand everything. Don't know how many saints I have asked, and have followed the path shown by them. After getting the horoscope checked by many pundits, I have done the remedies suggested by them. As far as I know, I have gone to all the temples of those gods and worshipped them. I have donated what was said. Neither God nor the answer was found. My condition has only gone from bad to worse. Guru Dev. While telling Batuk, he was in tears, but he did not let even a single tear come out of his eyes. It is a great surprise winner Batukeshwara, being a student of Uttarasadhaka Gurukul, standing in Uttarasadhaka Gurukul in front of your former Pradhanacharya, discussing God's horoscopes. You are really in deep trouble. The Pradhanacharya said angrily. The Pradhanacharya wanted to ask that, what is the difference between you and those boys who have not studied in Uttarasadhaka Gurukul? When the Pradhanacharya expressed his anger, Batuk started stealing glances. Uttarasadhaka Gurukul was formed with only one purpose. The founders of Uttarasadhaka Gurukul had only one dream, to share the knowledge, to bring the knowledge that used to be available to the rich to the common man. And I have full faith that every acharya to date has done this work honestly. Without asking about anyone's caste or religion, knowledge has been made available to him. Uttarasadhaka Gurukul's work ends in making knowledge available to everyone like you. After that, the work comes to your share. How to use the knowledge is your responsibility. The disciples have to take care of it. No acharya can go with you. I am very sorry to know that a winner like you, who is well aware of Mother Nature and her power, had to take refuge in God. Batuk, there is an opportunity, introspect your mistakes. We'll talk some other time. The Pradhanacharya spoke. The Pradhanacharya left after telling the bitter truth. Embarrassed Batuk could not dare to stop him even if he wanted to. His friends were diving into the ocean of joy, and Batuk was sinking deeper and deeper into the ocean of sorrows.